I really can't see a fault in any of them. You've like ridiculous dive with Waybo, and this is kind of what we were talking about earlier.
You know, it was Kyle really the one that was doing the most work out of the LPL, so we'll see if some of the support players have recovered. Junjia is here for an early play, flashes forward, and Zika is dead. It's just a matter of who's going to pick up the kill. Junjia will get that one for first blood. It's under his turret, already has an assist to his credit so far in this game. And he's going to hop on Elk because he thinks Elk is alone, but Erha is going to quickly show up. Xiaoshu is level 6. He's going to flash on Elk. Barrier is gone.
Very nice pickup here in the top lane after this lane swap has been completed. And Xiaoshu, careful, don't go too far forward here, getting some nice grasp stacks. And there's a Malphite on the way though.
Well, I went from one way to the other way. He turns around onto Erha, but he's not able to clean him up. No flash available. Going to drop the unstoppable force right on his head. Completely away from this. Junjia sitting in the tries. They are going to get this shove in. They're going to look to deny Elk, who has no summoners. He is level 6 right now. Erha going to go in, trying to do what he can to stop this. Elk going to dash away, but a good hold on the ultimate. Junjia whiffs it, though. Elk getting chased down. Here comes JDG. Doesn't have quite too many ways to get over. Will be able to help out here and take out Junjia. But now it's Xiaoshu down to below half HP. JDG throwing the cheese wheel at him. It'll be blocked up by the Brahma 1-for-1 when the dust settles. The cleanest that supreme display of talent out of Junjia. Not landing was the big difference between it being a 1-for-0 and a 1-for-1 and losing the objective.
To keep going, and Junjia falls down. It is unfortunate. If that was maybe the support. Hold on.
Nice flash there by Gala.
Oh, nice flash.
Is that Xiaohu is very dead. That's Feet of Warfare going over to JDG.
No item, Kaiser. At this point in the game, full item finished for Junjia.
Here we go. Zika going in onto Gala here. Pulled in. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Zika is the one who gets the kill. Vampire trying to run away. Is Junjia going to land the root? Trying to just keep his support upright.
Should be just traded for an invade.
Yeah, and I can understand why Weibo Gaming isn't going to try to break this, right? Because even if you do that, that shows that this game would potentially go a little bit later. JDG could potentially step up a little bit too far. That first play that went so well, 93 CS, the only champion in the game outside of the supports that does not have 100 CS or more, but he's looking for this kill onto Zika. Here's that Grim Deliverance coming down, but they are able to get the job done. Junjia helping out his top laner 30 seconds before the Herald is up.
Do so much to this tower, and that'll just even up the lane completely.
Very, very nice stuff. A breath up here by JJ as Vampire is in the area. Junjia on these Krugs for the moment. The mid laners up on the top side, and it looks like the teams are looking to coalesce into this jungle, but JDG have decided that they don't want any part of this. I think this is very wise by Weibo Gaming because they can take out a turret and get some big early power when it comes time for an objective. All right, Erha trying to take control of this banana brush as the dragon down to below 7,000 HP as Elk is getting time to free hit. Xiaoshu will be the weak part of the pincer here as Junjia is going to drop his ultimate down. JJ going in, but that ultimate did not quite land. Dragon secured for Weibo Gaming. Zika is over on the side all alone, and now they're going to attack the weak side of the flank. Xiaoshu going to be able to head to his side of the map as Zika is going to get to the blast plant and regroup with the rest of Weibo Gaming. So they do find themselves a kill. They're certainly
worried about Shockwave.
Working down. There's that Shockwave going to Honkyu. He was targeted by the turret. This turret will fall over the wall as Elk, but he gets blown up. JDG force their way down mid lane. But Honkyu is going to find himself on an island. JJ showing up, does have that unstoppable force. Everybody on JDG on the way. The wave is just about gone. Teleport coming in. They throw everything they got at Honkyu and they take him down.
Did it take any damage there? I'm not sure, but JDG on the chase.
Honkyu is taking a long walk back right now, but there are Hex Gates available. Vampire going to try to play up front here. Remember, no unstoppable force for JJ. That is a big opportunity for Engage gone. Otacon down, 3,000 HP and getting lower. JJ is going to walk in, but secured by Vampire. Now let's see if Weibo Gaming are going to be able to chase down to JDG for the moment. Xiaohu trying to get close. Big pull in there from Zika Shockwave, but Gala flashes away. Xiaoshu trying to get to the rest of his team. Big Mag and Storm! That's the play that Weibo needed, but JDG are holding their ground well enough. Glim, Deliverance, and on the back line is Zika. It's Elk picking up the pieces. The fight that Weibo needed. Zika ends up falling as his passive wears off, but the turret goes to Weibo, and the gold lead is theirs. Jay Beto, a great fight coming out from Weibo Gaming, the fight that they needed. Their team fight is so strong. Now a little bit of a shot in the arm for them. See what they're able to do here. In this next fight, Dragon going to be started up by the side of Weibo Gaming. Looks like JDG is not interested.
Yeah, JDG have 2. And after losing that fight, they do not feel comfortable walking into the Kai'Sa that I believe has those...
Going right at each other, playing a very close game, 2 very different comps, but executing fairly well on what they want to do.
With Vampire holding up the shield and putting passive on people, allowing Gala and Honkyu to hit. They don't have a massive burst damage. Hold on, nice catch.
Zika could be in trouble. There's many teleports coming through.
Oh,
he is going to have the revive, and it's going to get popped. Junji is very low out of nowhere. It's JJ to knock him down, and all of a sudden, Xiaoshu finds himself in a 3v1. He thought it was going to be a 3v2, and Xiaohu on Xiaoshu violence, and the pings are on toward the Baron for Weibo.
And now Weibo will start the Baron in a completely dark map for JDG.
Well, I think that could be the straw that broke the camel's back, Jay Beto. Weibo Gaming on this tower as best they can. 2 members on the bottom side. It's both of the solo laners working that one down. More gold to Weibo.
As the tier 2 falls, the Dragon's only 30 seconds away, but Weibo still have a minute and a half of this Baron. They don't really care about the Dragon setup right now. They want more towers. They want to break open the base.
All right, there's so many opportunities here. Remember, they've got these great tools to start any fight, and JDG are very well aware they are giving up as much as they are able without actually losing the game. This inhibitor is going to fall, and that's going to be super minions going into the scaling carries of JDG.
Yes, you are worried about the XP going to JDG for sure. Some of the gold and losing out on some of the gold for Weibo. You'd love more XP and gold on Elk and on Xiaohu as well, but control on the map, 18 seconds before this Baron wears off.
Okay, there's the shockwave down.
Wow.
Junjia immediately blown up.
They're just going to push in the wave, hold the wave here in front of the tower, and get this last remaining inner turret.
He's dancing.
The JDG
He's
have
dancing.
standing up. He is so confident. That's
Honkyu.
insane.
He said Honkyu, more like Honk Shu, because I'm sleeping in front of you right now. As the top inhibitor turret will fall. Weibo Gaming are taking everything from JDG right now. Gonna leave the base with 2 inhibitors down. Will JDG let them walk out? I think not. Xiaoshu says it's my time to go in, but he gets turned around on Junjia all the way in, blowing up 2 key members, and Weibo Gaming are reeling on the back foot. Junjia uses ult to get away, but he cannot escape, and now it's gonna be Zika, gonna be the next target. He will fall. JDG punish the overstay of Weibo Gaming. And the last couple of fights, wasn't really able to convert his lead to his laners, but has bought them some time. Some more time to scale. Looks to have been started up. They do a lot of damage to it. Elk is shredding this. Zika trying to do what he can to keep everybody away. Xiaoshu going over into the Hex Gate. Baron secured for Weibo Gaming, but it's Erha and Zika in a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, the other side of the fight, Weibo Gaming's got to run and run fast. Elk is going to try to stand his ground as Honkyu's trying to get close. He goes golden, but Xiaohu doesn't have anything to do. Elk to the backside, trying to make a hero play, but he's stunned up and taken down as JDG are taking it to Weibo. Xiaohu's got to flash away. Erha hops over the wall, and there's nothing left for Weibo. They lose 2 members. It's a 2-for-1, but the Dragon is up in 30 seconds, and they do still have the Baron. But Elk is not up for 5 more seconds, so Weibo will just let this go. 6 Dragons total, 3 apiece for both of these squads. And the 7th Dragon will be up in 5 minutes, but the Baron is still on the side of Weibo.
Open this first tower. JDG, what's their response? Junji is on the flank.
This is a really good flank. Nobody sees him right now. See if he's going to be the one to try to make a play. Instead, he elects to back all the way off right now. Middle inhibitor being worked down. Xiaoshu taking care of that top wave. You only have one turret left standing.
Can sustain through JDG's Baron. JDG approaching through the bot lane here. Getting
They're
some
trying to
vision.
attack
Gala
Zika.
moves forward onto Zika.
Zika's forced to flash away. Does not get tagged by the Braum by that Orate Rush, but now Xiaoshu's completely alone, and Elk flies in. They
that's
attack
huge.
the lone member of JDG. It's down to about half HP as the rest of JDG is on the way. They're going to have to fight down a man. They've been on the back foot all game. Can they find a way to the front foot? Junjia looking to find a way in as Vampire getting tagged up by the Void Seeker out of Kaisa. 6,000 HP and dropping.
Steal or
They've got
lose.
vision on it. Arrow coming from the backside. It's taken by Waybo, secured by Elk, and now they're going to fall like dominoes. Junjia dies. It's Honkyu. It's Gala, cut off by Erha, and Honkyu, despite the flash, will not be able to survive. He gets one on the backside. He goes golden himself. Doesn't find Elk, almost does. Xiaoshu is now spawned, but I fear it is too little too late, Jay Beto. Weibo looking to push to end.
The inhibitors break open. It's incredible macro from Weibo. They know JDG can walk in bot side, so they go for the end. Make JDG base. Now they've got Hex Tech Soul 4 versus 2.
Both turrets are still up, but JJ is so tanky. He's just walking at Gala menacingly and drops the ultimate down. And it's Xiaoshu against the world, and those odds are not in his favor. He goes golden to buy time for Vampire to try to save the day. Shields up. Xiaoshu's still alive despite everything, but there's no turrets. He falls, and Weibo Gaming survive the scaling of JDG and take game one.
Zika just says, yeah, just pick me Scion. I'm on Scion duty this game. You guys carry me. But it will be the Poppy in the support unless we are seeing Scion support, Poppy top. But surely that's going to get swapped away, right? But
Hey, Scion
I think
support,
Weibo
listen,
really won this draft.
I've lost to Scion support.
For JDG, it's about weathering the storm. If they can get late game here and take some really good fights around, 30 minutes or so and survive this early game, they want to fight. Wow.
We're going right after JJ here, and I like this because this is where you're on even footing for right now. It's first blood going over to Honkyu. Now Erha is going to take a couple of rocks to the back as Gala and Elk are going head to head, and Elk is flashing away, but Gala's trying to run him down. A couple more auto attacks are going to do it. One more, maybe. No! He lives on a sliver.
Outstanding from JDG. They should not be allowed to do this, but they've generated bot prior with the Varus. Sorry, against the Varus with the Sivir. Varus should have prior in this lane, I believe, but the wave clear from Sivir just too strong at the front line here. Take them down. Great. The problem is, that's a Scion. It's going to take a long time to build the items required to kill Scion, and even then, it's going to take a long time to get through him. Weibo, don't want to leave open these grubs.
One grub taken away. Honkyu on the way here. Able to hit shove with the seismic shove. Erha and JJ in the area, but Gala is here first. It's going to be a 4v3. Roots down on a Vampire, hit up against the wall. Junjia going in. That ultimate, that golden eclipse wasn't enough to really turn the fight. Xiaohu is going to fall next. JJ is going to be the next target, and he falls too. JDG take out Weibo and are going to secure every single grub.
What a crazy fight from JDG here. Often surprised when these, no setup shoves get hit. Oh, Honkyu.
The step back is a big problem. He will flash away, but Xiaohu will take him out.
Junjia is just able to get this Drake for free.
I don't know if they have a way to put their foot down, Jay, but they just don't. They have no control over most of the waves right now.
Yeah,
no
here's
way.
my call from my lawyer. You're not allowed to do that, but Honkyu just the whole time chipping away at this tower will get the first tower for himself. That's first brick as well. So, JDG have all 3 feats?
It feels like if you lose this one, this game may have passed you by. Remember that JJ does have that subjugation. So we're going to go in, try to get stuns off to throw in everything they can at Junjia.
He's alive.
But he lives through it, and Erha's in trouble, but Honkyu got caught on the wrong side of the fight. Erha flashes away, but he will fall. It's a 1-for-1 for now.
The fact that that's a 1-for-1 as well, yes, Weibo will get the Herald, but they're losing this bot tower. You're never getting anything for free in this game.
This is a good response by JDG and something that we saw top 8 teams do last year. AL was very, very good at this sort of thing. got blasted on the wrong side with that blast cone. We'll be able to walk away.
Nice
Hongkyu, great job. Elk can't escape Junjia. Hongkyu and Junjia linking up, but Junjia falls. Knockup is there. JJ's in trouble, and he's going down next. Zika in the thick of things, but he's got to flash out. Zhao Hu will be able to walk away after getting good damage onto JDG. It's a man advantage for JDG. They might not.
On this comp anyway.
Hongkyu is here, and he does have that Weaver's Wall to break things up. Junjia in the pit right now, just hanging out. Gala taking a little bit of damage. Weaver's Wall puts him on the wrong side. No, it's reflected by Zhao Hu. This is a big, big deal. Vampire is very low, in trouble. Zhao Shu all out on the backside, completely alone, but this dragon is not getting low enough. Vampire is already gone, but Weibo Gaming dropped the Drake. It's JDG who are on soul point.
From JDG. I mean, they wall, it gets reflected by Xiaohu, sure, it's a bit of a whatever reflect. But then Xiaoshu just ults JJ away from the Drake, and Weibo forget about it, it seems. They're so busy dealing with the Cassandra that doesn't even die. They'll get the bot tower, they'll do some damage here. Oh, no.
Immediately stuffs JJ. Was it really worth the crash?
We've seen a lot of breakout fights over Atakan tonight. JDG will be able to break open this mid tower. And actually has to flash away. Whoa.
Okay, wait, Hongkyu. Weaver's Wall, put the... Oh! It's the triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, because JDG's about to go missing. Hongkyu is dead. Vampire very, very low. The headbutt to just stop Erha, but Vampire still trying to walk away, trying desperately to escape, but he cannot dodge Elk's arrow. Xiaoshu, very healthy, but still taking a bit of damage on the way out. Could be an opportunity for Weibo Gaming to take this Otacon. Weibo Gamers in sight for this one. Erha's the first one to show up, but with 2,000 HP, it's all JDG. JDG are going to look to walk back in. Vampire chunked out again, but he still has his ultimate. He's got a flash as well to be able to try to make an impact play. Seismic Shove onto Zika. They're just whittling down the Scion for right now. Not too much return damage here as Junjia is now caught in the back of the pit. There's that Poppy ultimate. Keeper's Verdict. Not going to land. Look at the back. It's Xiaoshu on top of Elk. Elk's all alone. He's going to need somebody to help him out real soon as the Alistar goes down to the rest of Weibo Game and trying to help. The pillar is there, and it means Elk can escape out the back door. But this dragon is secured by JDG. JJ will fall. Xiaoshu on Xiaohu violence, and Elk is surrounded in the blink of an eye. JDG, a 4-for-1.
Weibo are doing what their comp does. They're poking, but they just can't get through this Cassante. They can't find the poke onto crucial members. Should be relatively soon, but I mean, Weibo just have no business being anywhere on the map right now. Erha has had not the best game on Poppy, but here we go.
They have to try. Junjia is able to get over the wall. Vampire, though, stands tall, and JJ will fall. Zika going to be the next target as the Weaver's Wall cuts him off from everybody else on his team. It's a double kill for Gala, and it's merely a formality that the Baron will be started by JDG.
Yeah, it exactly feels like that. It feels like par for the course at this point, Yanni. JDG will start the Baron up. JJ's dead. Weibo feel like they have some business being here, but I think JDG would like a word with you as Weibo will walk away, but that'll be Baron on 5. And the door is basically closed in this game, Yanni. You're getting outscaled. Tough game. And it is tough, right? You're against Talia. That's fine, but JDG with Baron, they don't even need to base. They're just moving forward.
Erha's denials weren't great, but Vampire was really the one to set the tone with that level 1 play. It just felt like from that moment on, JDG had all the confidence in the world, and they're knocking on the door. Mid inhibitor turret has fallen. Top inhibitor turret is going to be next as the rest of JDG move over. Erha getting engaged on with that exhaust as well. Root is down, but it just doesn't matter. They throw everything and can't do anything. Can Weibo Gaming, the inhibitor in the top side, going to go down next as JDG continue to push.
Trying in here, it's tough for Weibo. The Baron enhanced minions are moving in against 5, and you're completely outscaled.
Redemption just to top everybody off as both Nexus turrets are under siege. First one down to about 50% health. Zika is so low right now, just trying to hang around. Elk trying to get the poke in, but it's not doing anything. Junjia is just going in straight toward Elk as they're looking to finish this game off, and Weibo Gaming are getting knocked down. JDG are going to force game 3.
And it just feels like tying the bow here in this siege because the game was well and truly done.
6 of the same champion in this game. 2 Jace, 2 Yunara, 2 Nico, a Pop Blossom after Pop Blossom. You know, we have the potential to have 4 of 1 champion in one game. No problem at all. This time around, JJ is trying to do the same thing that Junjia was able to do. Gala already backing off here. Vampire up a little bit far. JJ is going to elect to not go the long way around. Shock Blast did land. This Vampire might be a little cooked here. In his first blood going over to JJ.
Viewer, you've seen a lot of Azir, especially at certain worlds, catching out certain JDG players in the past, but Dragon will be started up here by JDG, taken for free. This team comp has so much consistent, sustained damage is the biggest part of this. 4 on either side. The mid lane is just handshaking waves. Which dive is going to pay off?
All right, JDG's going to kick this one off. Going for Zika, using Grim Deliverance, trying to do what he can to survive, trying to get that bar up. Junjia ready to go back in. Shock Blast to the face, but JJ is the one who gets the kill first.
Unfortunately, you're left to the wayside on an island, and enemy team dives you. Mid lane is just happy to push these waves. JJ will start up the grubs, and Junjia will be coming out bot side. No dragon available, but they already did get the first one, so okay to give away these grubs.
I think it's a pretty big deal to give these away, Jay Beto. I'm going to be honest. I mean,
you have a lot to prove, right? The CFO team was a huge success. You've been brought into JDG alongside Tabe, who was on a team that beat you. Hold on.
Pop Blossom up top. Vampire's only level 5. Elk is not going to be able to finish him off. The level lead by Elk and Erha. Oh my goodness! Elk getting it done. Going forward with the Shock Blast from downtown. Junjia gets Elk super low, and Vampire, disguised as a minion, will clean up the scraps.
Just to solidify the kill, make sure he was in
Another Pop
time.
Blossom here. Shockwave from Xiaohu, but he cannot escape the Emperor's Divide, and that's the first for Hongqiu.
Zone away Zika, maybe go for a dive or just some plates.
I'll do it again.
Junjia is coming back.
All right, plate down. Zika's starting to get low, trying to stack up his passive as best he can, but he's not going to get there. It's Gala picking up this kill. Over on the top side, they're going to try to do the same thing to Xiaoshu, who's trying to be sturdy, but he might not yield, actually, but JJ will flash after him, and that big turret shot, the minions will not finish him off. It is a turret for Weibo on the top side.
And JDG are getting the Drake. Weibo do open up that top lane tower, and they have a gold lead, but
this game is this mid lane because everything else is so even on the other sides. JDG is now looking to make another play onto Zika. They are really picking on this man. Come on, he was in Group Nirvana the entire year, man, and now you're just going to go after him and make his life hell in Demacia Cup? There, but getting it done. 55 seconds until this Rift Herald is up. With bot lane tier 1 falling, the only thing you're really knocking down is... We'll see if you're able to squeeze out that extra strength. Weibo Gaming wastes no time on top of the Rift Herald. You know they want to knock down more of these structures.
Earlier, for Weibo Gaming here, Elk has the lead, right? So JDG, while they've got this Azir, they will lose.
Hongqiu sticking around. We'll have to slide out. We won't be able to get that turret. Here's a Pop Blossom coming through, but Zahen with a great ultimate there. Elk going right after Hongqiu, and I think that means that Vampire is cooked. Desperately trying to get away. Hit the tower! Hit the tower! There we go. Vampire picking that one up for himself, leading the rest of Weibo Gaming on a wild goose chase, but it's JJ picking up kill number 4.
You could just give it over to your ADC or Hongqiu, but now Weibo, after that kill, able to break open this tower. 20 seconds until the Drake. They can deny the stacking from JDG here.
Needlessly over-aggressive there. by
Yeah,
Erha.
needlessly.
Now his ultimate's going to be on hold. Shockwave caught Junjia, and he's blown up. JJ gets kill number 5, and that should be Weibo's first dragon of the game.
And solid control now as well. Waybo, move in, take this Drake. JDG have no business being here. They move around for the map. And yeah, like you said, I'm pretty sure Vampire did get 300 for the tower, meaning that he didn't split it with anyone. So
Turret. JJ has a good angle, good dodge on the shock blast there. No shock blasts landing on either side. Erha just coming in with a fake one, just trying to scare off JDG as that turret falls. Meanwhile, Hongqiu and Xiaoshu are going to try to respond on the bottom side, but they have no more minions.
oof. Zika might try to fight him off the tower, but actually will miss the dash, and Hongqiu will be able to get it for free. But on the top side, I mean, Weibo just breaking the base open.
It's split between multiple members, but 200 gold each is nothing to sneeze at.
Side to protect his mid laner and allow the turret to go down. But Weibo push back in and get control.
Wait, Junjia's nowhere close. Wait, I'm sorry. That's Vampire all the way in the back, not Junjia. Junjia at half HP though has been chunked out pretty big. Otacon getting very low. Xiaohu will be able to take out Junjia. Hongqiu's got to run for the hills as Weibo Gaming are starting to run over JDG. There's Yunara on Yunara violence. Xiaoshu trying to do what he can, all out to the side, but everyone's on top of him. Weibo Gaming get the Otacon and get a bunch of kills too. We're still waiting for Hongqiu to make a big impact on one of these fights, and it's 23 minutes into the game, and he has yet to do so. We get a very savvy play there by Xiaohu to keep him out. Erha's coming through on a Pop Blossom. We're going to get a return to Pop Blossom at a Vampire. The Shockwave lands, but they're not able to actually get any more of these kills. Oh, they're looking for Xiaoshu here. So close! But not Mundo dodgeball either. It's so hard to dodge out on some of these. Hongqiu had dashed forward, though. It may be a critical error for the young mid laner, but Elf sidestepping goes down. It's a 1-for-1 when the dust settles. Xiaoshu using his teleport, not getting a ton of value out of it. So Hongqiu has to run all the way back to the base. Combined 0, 6, and 5. It's the mid laners that are making the most difference. Right now, Xiaohu is doing just a little bit better, despite their kill score being the same. Just feels like he's had more impact in this game. Junjia getting engaged on by Zika off on the side, pulled back in. This could be bad. Shockwave is there, and Xiaohu, again, being the one, as we just said, to make the difference. Baron should be started by Weibo.
I mean, what can you say? Hongqiu on his best champion, but Xiaohu is just finding infinitely more value with the jungler dead. JDG have no choice but to give up this Baron, and this is a late Baron too. I mean, we're 27 minutes in.
Only getting chunked out just a little bit there. Now taking a little bit of damage in return, but it looks like no interest in the Dragon for Weibo Gaming here as they're sending multiple members to the bot side, taking out bot tier 2 as the siege is on. Hongqiu is going to get his recall in and try to join the fight as Flash is still down for a little bit longer. Bot tier 3, mid tier 3, crumbling under the strength of Weibo Gaming Siege. JDG are losing purchase in their base. Inhibitor down, mid inhibitor going to be the next target, and this is where the Jake poke gets really, really oppressive. Dodged out there by Hongqiu, but the siege is unrelenting right now as the first Nexus turret is starting to go down. Shockwave lands on a Junjia, but here's a Pop Blossom by Vampire with a Grim Deliverance. Return Pop Blossom doesn't hit anybody. Hongqiu's golden, but he's low on HP. He's sliding back and he survives. Xiaoshu on the back line, but too many members, too much for him to handle that he can't take out. It's going to be a 4v5. Nexus exposed. Nothing JDG can do. Waybo low on health bars, but they finish the game. A 2-1 series victory.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.